Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tammy K back with Girlfriend Talk Podcast. You know, I got my three lovely ladies with me. I'm gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, ladies.
Hey, it's your girl Juju. How y'all doing?
It's your girl Just Ask. What's up, everybody?
Hey, it's your girl Tay Boo. How y'all doing?
Let's go ahead and hop into our topic for the evening. Do women who hurts the most when getting cheated on, a man or a woman? And baby, y'all already know I know my answer. But let's get y'all opinions on that. Who gets hurt the most from cheating, men or women? What y'all think?
I mean, I personally think men, and I say that because I feel like when men cheat, they just doing it for the PUSSY. But when women cheat, it's more of like some emotions behind that. It really is. And I ain't gonna lie, I've cheated before in the past, way in the past. I was younger, and now that person don't know. But what I do know is that the person who I was cheating with, there was still feelings there. It
Okay.
was still
And
feelings.
I'll iterate. Does it hurt men more when they are cheated on?
I think it
Yes.
does. I do. I think it hit different. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I can't say if it hurt more or if it just hit different. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the same thing.
Well, I think so, due to the fact that a woman loves harder than a man. You know, when we jump into a relationship, we go in sometime hard first. We give our all. We making sure that everything, and that's a woman. That's what we do. We make sure that our household is whole, and once we let that man enter our space, it got to be from a place of love. Some men come in there because of the feelings. They'll come in there because it feels good temporarily, and then when they outgrow or get tired, and before they give you your heart, they can, go out and do what they have to do, or whatever. So that's why their emotion is not as strong as a woman. But when they do give you your heart and a woman mess around and cheat, girls like you just killed them. Oh, they want to take your world and their world too, half of the time, even though, we're shaped to take pain better than a man. But I just think that's the reason why it hurts them worse than us, is when they give their all and they find out a woman cheated on them, and they just take it harder than we do.
And I think, and not to say it in a bad way, I think yes, men get hurt more
Mhm.
because of the ego. And I think they be thinking after you have sex with them or whatever that belongs to them and only them, and they can't handle nobody. They don't like to share, even if you're not, even if they the side chick. I seen some men, crying and hurting over side chicks, and
Yeah.
it's like, that's not even your woman. How you over there crying? And that's not even your dang on woman. Like, but I think it's possessiveness,
Yeah.
and they think, okay, they can still do whatever they want to do. But if a woman go do that, their soul is crushed, and it's like, why are you giving away something that belongs to me? And buddy, it does not
It's
belong to you.
community.
I, and you know what? You said it's community. You silly. I think that to your point, Tammy K. I do think that it is an ego thing. But like I said, in addition to that, I also think that when a man know that they woman, wife, girlfriend, whatever is out there cheating, and they find out, they, from and this is from me also talking to men about this. They know that it was something there. It was something there for you to do that. It ain't just about the D, and it's not with us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that we don't enjoy sex just as maybe much as men, but I do feel like it could be maybe a little bit more enjoyable for them. I mean, they can just stick it in and splat. It take a little bit more for us to, for real. We know that
Mm-hmm.
take a little bit more for us to get there. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I just really think that in addition to them just knowing, like if my girl go out there and doing some, doing that, they know is something more that's there. And I think with a man, that's why they say it didn't mean nothing, because I'm not saying at times it don't, because I know men who have left their significant other for someone else. So I'm not saying that at times maybe it doesn't mean anything, but I feel like a lot of times it doesn't.
You know, hey, look, this is how I was going to look at it. I always thought that it hurt women more. We just handle it different, better, and we're forgiving. We're fast to forgive. We don't forget, but we're fast to forgive. And when a woman do cheat, it is a piece that is missing, and that's what I think that destroys the man ego, because you thought that you was that 100% when really you was that that 80%, and 20% of that was missing. But then I listened to Bruno Mars smoking out the window, and I had a change of heart, because he was like, he was really feeling it. He was like real sad. He was like, that he got to give her back to the city, all that
Okay.
stuff. Bruno Mars was like, yeah,
He couldn't change
smoking
that
out
hoe
the
to a
window. I
housewife.
mean, whole head
Mm.
out the window, just smoking. He about to pass out, from the
Dang.
wind. But I just still feel like that, we just handle it better, but we still emotionally destroyed, because
Right.
we still wondering what she got better than me. We look through text messages, we go through the social media account like, oh, I look better than her, you know.
Right.
And
Mhm.
it's just like, man, what am I doing wrong? Especially when you know that you gave your all. What else could you do? What else could you give? You feel like you gave 100% to this man. Do I have to give 110%? And when they cheat, it's like it wasn't you. It had nothing to do with you. It just had something to do with me. And it's just like, no, it's something, because we feel like it's something. So because when we cheat, it's something. So I just feel that we definitely get destroyed, and it's really painful, to have to wonder when he go to the store, or it mess with us mentally. It mess with our mental status. It mess with our physical status. Sometimes we don't eat. We can't do anything. We get in a depressed stage. Because we always wondering, like,
Mhm.
could I have done? What can I do? Do I need to lose weight? Do I need to put on this? And a lot of the times that, and they did say, like, statistics say that a lot of times when men cheat, or women, it's more in the workplace. Because you got a woman that going there and they're looking good, walking in there with their heels and everything. You at home, the wife, girlfriend at home, taking care of home, and sometimes don't even have that much time to take care of them. And a lot of guys, they get caught up with the looks, and I feel like we get hurt more, to be honest. We just handle it different, and we handle it better than them, because we get cheated on so much, and it hurts.
Now, do we always handle it better? Because y'all ain't never seen them shows called Snapped, and
And
that ain't handling it better.
you
No,
you know what? That's a lot of buildup. That's like
it
some
is.
Will Smith type stuff. That slap.
Mhm.
It's a lot of buildup. I mean, this man constantly manipulating you, dogging you, disrespecting you, being deceitful, telling you things that just to keep you there in that space. It's just like that Life Jennings songs. It's like in LL Cool J Freeze, Don't Move. And it's just like that's what they want you to do. It just freeze while they hurting you. They just hurting you. They just out there, they doing their thing, and it's just you just
And
at home.
I agree with you. I think that's why most women handle it different, because you have some women that will put that blockage in front of them. They get hurt so bad, and we can hide hurt so good. We wear it well till
Mhm.
we're not allowed, or we can't open up to love the one that needs to be loved. So we have that blockage there from hurt from the past.
Mhm.
Like that, if someone even trying to get into our heart, most men would just walk away and, hey, I'm good. They go to the next, or they're out of sight, out of mind. And then soon they see another man loving on what's supposed to be theirs. they take it and handle it different. That's when they want to go all and act ignorant or put their hands on you, or go out there act like you wasn't never a good woman and put it out there as if they don't want nobody else to have you.
Yeah.
So I think most women do vice versa. Most women does that too. Instead of moving on, they try to destroy the next person because they don't want nobody them to be with anybody else.
I think our way of coping too is making up excuses for why they cheat.
Right.
We cope better like that. Oh, I should have just, he asked me to wear heels. He asked me to do this. I could have did this better. They put blame on themselves, and I know because I've been there. So, you just you always justifying their actions, their wrongdoings, and until you can't take it anymore. And then when you do it and you cheat, it's just like, what? My girl cheated. No, my girl don't cheat, because you thinking that because you laying it down and you know I'm just you I should they should be number one. And that's another thing that I wanted to touch base on too, is that a lot of men get caught up with cheating because they don't know how to keep that sad chick, the sad chick. You should always keep your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other, the one that you want to be with. You should always keep them first. It's no way, because a lot of women, when they cheat, men do not have no idea unless they get sloppy and just don't care. They have no idea because they keeping them on this pedestal. They keeping them, like, oh, they home on time. Hey, you the sad nigga, you don't, let me keep my phone off, you don't call at this time, or you cut off. They always on a pedestal, and we always treating them, hey, you number one. So they don't really realize that they being cheated on. It's the men that flip up. Hey, can I call you back? What you mean, can you call me back? Wait a minute, it's our turn, it's our time to talk. You know what I'm saying? Or you supposed to be home 30 minutes ago, you don't pick up your phone. It's just like, no, I don't care if I'm in the car with the sad dude. Hold on 1 second. Hello. You just don't say, you be quiet over there. So it's just like, you just gotta put them number one. Men get caught, cheating. And they just, I don't think it's just that they sloppy or they just didn't care. It's just that we know how to do it better. And
I mean, I do think it's sloppy do also got something to do with it too, though. I really do. Some stories I didn't heard, I'm like, you didn't know to like delete that, or you ain't know to have
maybe
that on you.
can
So I
though.
do think sloppiness at times has something to do with it. I'm not saying all the time, but even going back to your point earlier about um a lot of affairs or infidelity happen in the workplace. That is true, but that's more so because you're with that person like 8, 9, 10 hours a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you're building a connection at work because you have all that time to do that. And then when you get home, you only with your family for a few hours after that, and then it's bedtime.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you relax mode. You ain't trying to look good, but so definitely get it. But you say you was going to the comments, Tammy K?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go over some of these comments that we had. One of the comments is from Taisha Marie Pettis. Hey girl, hey.
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 Taisha says, in my opinion, as well as my observation, it hurts both. However, men tend to be more emotionally sensitive because it crushes their ego. As women, we console and we reassure each other when we get cheated on. Men just tell each other and get another one instead of consoling each other. So the hurt lingers inside. Not that it doesn't linger in us, but for the most part, we have a support system. What y'all think about that? And I'm gonna go first. I agree with her because I definitely been cheated on before. I'm 41, and it happens, right? I've cheated on somebody, and I've gotten cheated on as well. And both times, I got my friends to, hey, sis, you wrong for that or whatever, or having someone console me, and then we talking about it. For me, when I got cheated on, I just moved on to somebody else. Like, oh, okay, it's cool. But that was in my in my younger days, in my 20s and stuff like that. It was like, oh, okay, whatever. That didn't mean nothing. Now it definitely would hit different now.
Yeah.
I think I would be more hurt because I would think that we older and we should be past that
Yeah.
stage, you would think. But you know how that goes. But I definitely agree with her that we have a circle, we have a bond with our friends that we're able to talk about it. Most men probably ain't telling their friends they got cheated on. So it's
Right.
just like you going from the
Right.
next person to the next person, hurting people. And I
I
think that was a
totally
great
agree.
comment.
Yeah, it's definitely a great
Right.
comment. I
Right.
agree.
I agree with her. Most men, like you say, doesn't admit because they had their pride in their way. And
Mm-hmm.
half of the time they don't say nothing until they're angry. Or when they're angry,
Hmm.
that's when sometimes they show their true colors. Or they say certain stuff that actually been going on showing, and they make it as an excuse on why they did what they did instead of, making it right at that point. So you got a lot of guys that'll stay in the mess, and they don't bring it up until they get angry, and they damage the relationship more. And half of the time when women do it, we'll try to find a different approach to try to fix it, or hey, let's start over. But most men can't start over. They're gonna hold on to that anger, and they hold on to it until they get upset, and they constantly revisit that situation or that scenario because they don't talk about it the way I can call, one of my girlfriends and speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And two, even if you go tell your homeboy I got cheated on or whatever, they probably gonna, oh, okay, just go cheat back.
Oh,
Go
you a
go
hoe.
Yeah.
do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you better than
Oh,
me.
well, you
Yeah.
know she wasn't no good anyway, bro. I got somebody for you
That's
anyway.
exactly what I
Now
was
you,
gonna say.
I'm coming. The man coming to their friend trying to
Right,
get consoled, and you telling him, but and not to say women don't do that, but we'll check our friends. Like if we
right.
Yeah.
cheating or whatever, we'll check our friends like, okay, well, you got to see if that's something that you want to work on or you need to move on from it. Most of us ain't gonna be like, girl, I mean, just go do what he did to you, because no, we know
Mm-hmm.
how we are. We're nurturers, we're lovers, we care. So it's like, nah, I ain't finna set you up to go get hurt by another fool. So I think that too. I've heard, stories too, and or when men know that their friend is cheating, and it's like you don't tell them like that's wrong or whatever. You hyping
Right.
them up like,
Yeah,
oh, I can't tell them nothing. But nah, we be like, no, don't do that. That's not cool. No,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be
whatever.
hit them up. Hey, bro, you got too much dip on your chip. Slow your
Yeah.
roll.
And I'm not saying that's for everybody. We all have had our whatevers, right?
Yeah.
We've all had cheated. So I'm speaking, I guess I'm speaking more now that we're older, because you
Yeah.
expect better from people when you live and you learn. Everybody make mistakes. So I'm not coming down on anybody because, like I said, I've cheated and been cheated on. So I know how it goes. So,
Mm-hmm.
just as you had comments you wanted to share.
Yeah, I have a comment. This comment is from Jeffrey Bassett, and he pretty much touched on some of the things we've already stated. But just to hear from him, he said, "Our feelings get hurt along with our ego. We just can't deal with our feelings or work it out in a healthy manner since we're brought up to feel a man shouldn't have emotions slash feelings." I agree with that.
I do
I do.
too.
Because
Yeah.
society and their norms, boy, especially when it comes to men, you got to
Yeah.
be the brave one. You got to be the
Right.
strong one. You can't be in
Yeah.
touch with your emotions. So you should just chop it up and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel that comment that he
Yeah.
stated.
How many times do you think his father said, stop acting like a little B?
Right.
Stop crying. Why you crying all the time?
Or real
Mhm.
men don't cry. That
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there abuse a man. Real men don't
Yeah.
cry.
And it keeps a lot of stuff on the inside. So
Right.
Yeah.
definitely I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got another comment from Chef Riggs. Shout out to Chef Riggs. We appreciate it. He says, in my opinion, I believe it depends on the man. Everyone cheats for their own reason. There are good men that never had the desire to cheat. That man was cheated on. And then once you have a broken man, cheating becomes easy to that man because of the trust issues he had with that woman. I've never been much of an ego person to hold so much weight on pride, but it does hurt to be cheated on, yes. because it all comes down to a chick. You could have just left me alone, and that's so true.
Yeah,
That's
Absolutely.
yeah.
very true.
Mhm.
But
That
people
is
want their cake and eat it too. I
Yeah,
mean, everybody want, they think they get security on this place and then they get something else on this place. Most men, okay, business why I got this lady because she'll hold it down for me, business, and let me stay on top of my stuff or my finance can stay straight. And then go to this other chick because hey, the days I want to have fun, I can go have fun with her.
right.
yeah,
They thinking they can have the best of both
Mhm.
worlds.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I to touch on that topic, what I don't understand is if you're not married, you're single until you marry, period. You're
Mhm.
single, right? But I feel like
I
Girl,
dating
I give you
that
the cat, we ain't singing them home.
see, and there lies the issue. There lies the issue because if we hadn't discussed that we're in a relationship, the man gonna be like, I mean, we just having sex. We didn't discuss that we were in a relationship, so I'm gonna go see this person, this person, this person. You still cool, and we still gonna do it, but we ain't established nothing. And my point is being like dating is different now. To me, I don't know because I was like, I didn't. It's dating, relationship, like committed, and then like you get engaged and married. Like
Right,
dating, you can date whoever you want to date when you want to date, but I feel like you should be honest. If you're dating multiple
yeah.
people, say you're
Yep.
dating
Yep.
multiple people.
yeah,
Yeah.
Therefore,
absolutely.
we're not getting our feelings. Oh, I'm just now, but women we'll still be like, oh, it's just gonna be me when that person done just told you I'm dating other people. I don't understand why people, as we're getting older, why you can't just be honest and say,
Right.
I'm dating multiple people. You cool, we dating, but I'm gonna see other people as well. You don't have to tell me who you're dating, who the person is when y'all going out, long as I have it established. So I think that's how we kind of get caught up in the cheating thing too. Like you cheating on me, babe. I ain't cheating on you. We only dating. How am I cheating on you? I
Mhm.
think that plays a part in it too, or whatever. So
No, you got most men out here want to have the description of a Muslim, but claim they're not. They want multiple wives, but they want to be the only man. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? But when a woman
Mhm.
does it back, it hurts them.
yeah,
They can, you can dish it, but you can't take it. And
Nope.
yeah,
that's the problem. You can go to them, say an open relationship. First of all, they're going to already stereotype you as a whole. You laying down with different men. They ain't going to trust you around their homies because you already say we're in an open relationship. However, they can
hmm
say when they lay down with different women, I already told you I'm in an open relationship. But then they make the understanding to you that you only to date me. That is to me, that you can have multiple women's and I can't date multiple men. I
Mhm.
got to be labeled as a whole, but you can be a player or a pimp.
right.
Mhm.
And Keys Edwards says it'll break that man's soul. I I agree. They can. I just think they
Straight
just
point.
cannot. They cannot handle it because like I said before, I just feel like after they do it to you, they feel like that's theirs. It's theirs. Why you trying to give it away? What are you doing? You're the most evil person on the earth. Oh wait, you got two other girlfriends, but you mad at me? I'm confused,
Mhm.
sir. But you know what? Let's get a man's point of view on too. We got a guest coming on. Everybody welcome Mons Logan to the show.
Hey,
Hey
Hey,
Mons.
mom.
Yeah,
hey,
good evening,
mom.
wonderful ladies.
Oh, you ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so what's up? What's up?
Oh
Let's talk
man, I
about
just
it.
been enjoying the show, man. Like I gotta say, like man, you young ladies, y'all have like some very interesting perspective, and I love that everyone has their own individual perspective. So, it's a beautiful thing. I love what y'all doing, man. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. So what's your take on it? What's your take on uh do men get hurt more? Do women get hurt more when they're cheated on? And coming from a man's point of view, have you I mean if you want to talk about your personal experiences, have you been cheated on, how you felt? Um, you know.
I can't say that. I don't want to generalize and say that man it hurts men or it hurts women more. I'm gonna go with though something that Juju said earlier. I do think that women have a better way of dealing with it, depending on what it is, and men don't. You know, as far as like support, I heard a commenter they said like women have a support group, you know, your friends, and
Mhm.
men don't. But even deeper than that, like women's support group is society, because society already paints this picture that men are going to cheat. So it kind of subliminally sets you up for that. Even if that's not the outcome that you want, it's always a thought in your back in the back of the mind. So in a sense, you may subconsciously prepare for it. It is easier to pivot from, where society doesn't support that concept when it comes to women in a man's world, you know, and it also breaks down to, you know, where those people are at. You know, like men and women have different love language. You know, men, our love language is more so, you know, respect and trust, you know. So
Mhm.
if we can trust you, and I mean like with our deepest, our most fondest secrets or moments or self, you know, like man, that's what elevates that love. You know, where women is more so, it's more, connection and understanding. You know, so it is a more of an emotional love language in a sense. So when a woman steps out on that man, that man who holds that woman at, his highest prize. You know, I heard somebody say possession, but in a sense, yes, it is that, but it's a prized possession. And we hold that at our highest possession. And for another man to, to take that, it's not so much just the ego, but it's like, man, this is my world. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like a man may lose himself in that moment because he's defined by that relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it, the emotion, like man, we kind of tapped out of emotion, like in a sense where you know women cheat probably a little bit more, but it's more of an emotional cheat, not physically emotionally cheating, but emotionally cheating. And a man could accept that because it's like, hey, I don't want to talk to you about these things. You know what I'm saying? And we do live more in a physical world, so that kind of, it distorts the way that we look at things. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Make perfectly sense.
Yeah.
But I
And
Mhm.
as far as like being cheated on, I can't say that I was cheated on in a relationship that I am aware of. But
Hmm.
there was, in my earlier years, there was a young lady I was dating. We were just dating at the time. I was very open about, my situation. Just to, just to be upfront with things, and she wasn't. We end up in a more serious relationship. Then it comes out in that time, um, she wasn't being honest. So
Right.
it kind of distorted the relationship. It wasn't so much that, oh man, she stepped out on me, because we didn't really owe anything to one another, but what we agreed on. And we agreed that we'd be upfront. If we're doing this, we're sharing time, be upfront with what that should look like. And so it carried it damaged the relationship. And I can say at that point when that came out, it was easier for me to cheat. Now I didn't cheat before that, but it's easier for me to cheat. And I want to piggyback on a comment that a brother's, said, as far as like there's men that have no intention on being on cheating and being a good guy, and a woman cheat and he go and cheat. I don't think that's true. I think that you never maybe had the confidence to cheat. You get what I'm saying? And you are looking for an
Yeah.
excuse to do so. Because if you're not a cheater, nothing's going to make you cheat. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, I don't, my opinion. That's not a fact. My opinion.
Right.
So in that situation, I used that as my reason to do that, which that just was something I had in me anyway. I wasn't ready for a committed relationship, and I should have been more honest with myself at that point.
And I have a question for you, Mons. When you were
Hmm.
talking about the young lady who wasn't up front, do you think it's because maybe she thought you couldn't handle her saying she's dating other people or whatever. Because I think men sometimes men will say something like, "Yeah, I'm open, I'm for it, okay," and they can be upfront as honest as they want to. But soon as the woman say, "Oh, I'm seeing somebody else" or whatever, then it's like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna pull back or whatever. So, do you think it was, or did she ever say why she didn't tell you, or anything like that?
No, she never said why. I'm not gonna make any assumptions on why,
Hmm.
but what I can say, like a point of dating is getting to know a person. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And giving that person that opportunity to say, hey, you know what, this is a good investment of my time, or it isn't. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, if I can deal with that, or if I can't, that's on me to stay or leave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should
Right.
Yeah.
always be that person's option.
That's
Mhm.
what I was gonna say next, is that give me the benefit of the doubt. Don't just go cheat on me. I mean, shoot, most of the time when you ready to cheat, I'm ready too. So, it's just like, let's not, we don't have to cheat. We could just come up with this agreement, and I know that it's opening up Pandora's box, but it still give me my options, you know.
Right.
Are you saying this as being as dating or as being married?
Both.
Oh,
Shoot, Jada
okay.
Pinkett, Will Smith. It's like if you
Right.
sit down, you have an agreement. That's the agreement with you and your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. But I just think that everybody needs to be upfront and honest, and that to me is the most. That's what I fall in love with. Is honesty.
Right.
Just let me have a choice. And when you cheat on me, you take away my choice.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Give me that choice, because a lot of men, just to, I ain't trying to bust y'all bubble, but a lot of men come at us way more than women come at child. And it's be some men that we turn down that we probably don't even want to turn down. So I'm just saying, like, y'all don't, y'all have temptations, but we do too, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we are aware of that because we're men. We
Right.
contribute to that in some way, shape, or form, even if it's
That's
just being
true.
courteous. So we understand the world we live in. But that's what give us confidence in our evolution is when we do find that person, that adds on to that, that complements that. You know, that's where our foundation is built. And just touching back on a little bit earlier when I said like society's depiction of infidelity when it comes to the sexes, you know, um, in ancient times, a man could take on as many wives as he can afford, you
Right.
know, and that was kind of the law of the land at that time. So even as you look into modern times, and I'm not okay in this, I'm not saying these are my thoughts, but this just as perspective, like if a man is if he's contributing to the household, he's taking care of business. Everything is taken care of. That queen, she's taken care of. She doesn't have a need in the world, and he can afford to take care of this queen over here, and she don't have a need in the world. But they all have this understanding, that hey, this is how things go. Then that's how it should be. Because to be 100% honest, if you're married to a man that has a child outside of the marriage, and he's paying child support and this, he's taking care of another woman, in a sense, or contributing to a household outside of that household, if that's the situation, and I think going back to women being able to deal with that more, that plays a role as well.
Now we share love. I understand what you're saying, but you share finances. You don't share the same person. Those are like totally two different things. So
Well, yes and no. It depends because to co-parent, you got to be able to deal and strategize and, come from a place of emotion, come from a place of togetherness as a unit to make the best possible situation for that child. So they're getting everything but that physical from that man at that point.
So you saying he's still contributing to another household?
Correct.
without the sex and stuff like that, unless they
Correct.
doing it too. So
Well, I don't too much agree with that because, as me personally, was one of them. My daughter's grown now, and if finances come in here, and her father took real good care of her. However, you contribute to a baby, so you contribute to that child, not me, because I'm taking more of the responsibilities than the father is.
That is true.
So
No,
most people
absolutely,
think by you
absolutely.
putting it in the household, you take care of another woman. No, you're taking care of the seed that you planted in me, and I have to get up and run to the hospital at midnight, getting the prescription, a lot of stuff that you're not contributing to. But most men don't think of it like that. So you got most women getting confused, saying, "Oh, you taking care of this bitch over here and her child." No, that I'm not. I'm taking care of my child
Right,
because, and generally speaking, he could be giving more because that
right,
lit bag that in the vacations that you going on, you got responsibility until that child is 18. And
right,
with that being said, that's what a lot of conflicts come in the home. Therefore, with trust and honesty, hey, I'm such. I got this child. I'm gonna take care of my kid. I spend time on my kids on Saturdays and Sundays.
hmm,
You can join in if you want to, but I'm not gonna take the time away just because you and I are together. That's a part of understanding, like you're saying. That's where a lot of conflict come
Mhm.
in at because a lot of men don't be honest on that point. They'll sneak and go over here. And true enough, there's sometimes they'll get mad at you and want to be back with baby mama or get in with baby mama. You never know, but it's
right,
the point of being honest. And as if I trust
true.
my man and he's saying he's going to take care of his child, hey, that's exactly what I feel that he's going to do at that
right,
point. I'm not thinking that he's going cheating or anything, that because he built that trust and honesty with me from day one.
right.
Yeah.
No,
I'm going
absolutely.
with.
No, I agree with you. And when I said I
I'm
didn't
going
say
with
take
her.
care
We
of
going together.
another
We going to
Right,
take
woman,
care of our child
right.
together.
That's right.
I said another household.
Yes.
And when I say like child support, I don't just mean whatever X amount of dollars because at the end of the day, if you're truly co-parenting, then yeah, when that child needs that prescription, that father is an option as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That father is a emergency contact. That father could enroll that kid in his school district because it's in a better neighborhood, it's in a better district. But in doing that, what I'm saying is um taking care of that household, which consists of another woman, which happens to be the child mother, in a sense, essentially, you are taking care of another woman because you are. I mean, even though it is a situation that you co-created, as far as being a parent, a co-parent, you're helping ease the burden of her having to do that on her own. The
And you about
same
to make me
within a
make a
man.
phone
Hold on.
call because this shit ain't took care of me. Shit, I
But
feel like
see,
I
I'm
done
not
cheated.
speaking on all. I'm not going to throw a
I'm finna
blanket.
start some shit, Lamar. Come
No, no,
on
no.
now.
I ain't gonna throw a blanket and say that's everyone's situation. I
Yeah.
only use that I
I'm
only
messing
use
with
it as an example. You know, but yeah, but
you. Gotcha. Receive.
you, but I will say this though, like, just as a man though, we do need to do better as brothers as far as providing that support system.
Right.
I mean, not even when it comes to the extremes of being cheated on, but just difficult things, just dealing with emotion, because we don't have that. Back in the day we had the barbershop, but nowadays, barbershops is just sports stats and who got the biggest booty for the most part. It's nothing really there to like say, hey man, they identify, but they, you know,
He was stuck
you
for.
know.
I'm just saying, you seeing shit in a barber shop you ain't see back in the day. That's another conversation. But we get back
That-
here.
Yeah, no, man, yeah, it is. It is definitely though, definitely.
That's true. That's true.
I think it all just ties back into men and women need to be honest. We are older, even if it's the younger generation that's listening. Learn to be honest and upfront. If you want to date
Right.
multiple people, date multiple people. Therefore, it wouldn't be no cheating. It's
That's true.
no need, like Juju said. give me the opportunity to say yay or nay. Like, and you will be surprised at what most women or men will say if we're just open and honest. Because they like, man, I ain't want no commitment anyway, but I like you. I like spending time with you. Okay, let's do that. And like Mom said, is you're dating to get to know if you want to spend the more time with that person and get into a committed relationship. Because once you get into the committed relationship, that's when if you step out, to me, that's cheating and stuff like that. So why not date? You can, you know,
Mhm.
make your rounds per se if that's what you would like to do, and then we can X that out. You get married, you choose to get married to that one person. You
Exactly.
made that decision between you, your wife, and God, or you, your husband, and God, whatever. So I don't understand why people get married. Now I've been there, done that. I was young, okay, but I didn't know. It's like I could have just stayed single. I just could have did
Right.
whatever. I just the whole cheating thing is just it's played out now. I feel like it, and I still feel like men can't handle it. Um, I think we stronger than them in some aspects.
Yeah.
Um, but and like I said, my original comment on the post was it depends on the person. In our reality, it all depends on the person. Some women are stronger, some men are stronger, and whatever the case may be. But I think this was a great topic, great conversation, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Just Ask. Go ahead and take us out, girl.
Well, everyone, that's the end of our show. It was a really great topic. I felt like I think everyone gave their opinion, different perspectives. I mean, there were certain things that resonated with me, with you all as well, including the individuals who left comments on our or in our Facebook group. So, just to kind of sum it all up, you know, at the end of the day, both men and women, regardless, you're hurt. You know, it's painful to be cheated on, and so just learn to respect one another and to be honest. And I think that's where it all starts. So until then, everyone, have a good night.
Check out my pic, I'm flying this bitch. Check out my whip, we start the shit. Watch on my clips, you need to like, share, subscribe to this. Who is this chick? Damn, she thick. She rolling her hips, she playing this shit. Twerk it, watch it dip. You need to like, share, subscribe to this. Check out my pic, I'm flying this bitch. Check out my whip.